First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and sincerity. Bahashim Rokak Kodash. As you can see, the FDA grants full approval to Pfizer COVID Vanessa. Okay, and you know what that word Vanessa means. It's basically code word for the vaccine. Okay, so I'm gonna say Vanessa. They have approved it. They have finally approved it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna play this video and get some scriptures, Lord willing, to be edifying, because basically the mandates are coming, and a lot of people have been saying all over social media, they're calling it misinformation, but a lot of people have regretted it, taking Vanessa. A lot of people have fallen ill. A lot of people have basically having adverse side effects, and where's your choice? Where's your choice? We do not have a choice. They're starting to make it mandatory, and that right there is where one should start to wonder, like, what's going on. What's the agenda? And as the scripture says, never trust thine enemy, which Lord willing I can get. But let's play this video and get some scriptures, because their agenda is it's at work. It's being unveiled right before our eyes. So let's go ahead and play this video.
Coronavirus pandemic. The FDA has given Pfizer full approval for its COVID vaccine, making it now the first vaccine to clear this last regulatory hurdle. Let's go ahead and bring in Dr. Peter Hotez, Dean of the National School of Tropical Medicine at Baylor University.
And look at this devil. Look at his face.
Dr. Hotez, first off, how does full approval affect vaccine distribution and perhaps even those vaccine mandates?
Well, I think you hit on it. I think it's the last point that's going to be the most impactful. This will kind of give the green light to employers. I've been speaking to a lot of employers of businesses who've said they don't want to move forward on mandating it for their workforce until it's approved. So I think we're going to
right. So before when they were giving out the Vanessa, it wasn't even approved. It was just, you were basically just being experimented on. So now that it's approved, now they can go ahead and push employers, and school districts and the military and so on and so forth to mandate this. Okay, Vanessa, mandate the Vanessa. Okay, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because here it is. We live in America. We're supposed to, have the liberty, to choose. Okay, what we can do here in America, but that's not the case, as you see. Okay, so now, start getting ready for your job to start mandating, that Beetlejuice. All right, now let's get this. This is Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Right, so never trust your enemy, man. Okay, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So if you ever seen a piece of iron rust, that's how they are with their wickedness, right? It's as though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. Thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So that's how the wicked is. They go humble. They humble themselves and they bow down. But take good heed. Watch this devil. Okay, and we've been watching and we've been seeing that although he humbled himself and say that this thing is good for you, that this is gonna you're gonna be protected, okay, from getting infected. That's not the case. Now they're saying that there's a Delta variant. So now supposedly this plague has changed. They're calling it the Delta variant now. You see, so they're very crafty. They're changing it. they're changing the plague. So basically, you know, they don't, the Vanessa before, you know, it's not going to be effective towards, you know, any type of mutations. Okay, so, and they've said that, you know, this approval of this this Vanessa, this Beetlejuice is not necessarily going to fight against the variant, you know, that Delta variant. So as you see, you know, their wickedness hasn't been wiped away, though they seem to have wiped away the rust, and you know, by giving you stimulus checks, you know, by giving you this child tax credit or whatever, this money for the children, you know, they're just, you know, they're just trying to butter you up or fatten you up for the kill, so to speak. Okay, never trust thine enemy. And look at this guy. What's wrong with this guy? He said he's been talking to employers, you know, and employers, remember, they, you know, they probably get tax cuts or, you know, funding from the government. Who knows? You know, and a lot of these big corporations, these big businesses, you know, they're being urged by Biden to make their employees take the Beetlejuice, man.
See a lot of business mandates pop up now. We're already hearing about that happening for the federal government, for the U.S. military. I think that's already igniting now a mandate for the U.S. military. I think the one piece that I was a little disappointed about, I was secretly hoping that it would be approved for not only 16 and up, but the 12 to 15 year olds. It's already released for emergency use. And the reason that would have been great was our vaccination rates among adolescents are terribly low here in the South, 25-30%. And this could have also opened the door for mandates in the middle schools as well. And
you see that? You see that? So these devils, man, you know, remember, you know, the scriptures say a nation of fierce countenance, they shall not regard the old nor the young. So they don't care, you know, whether you're old or whether you're young. You know, see, here they are, they're going into the middle school and want to give the kids the Beetlejuice, man. And they wish they can get them from when they're born. You know, which I heard that they weren't going to release babies out the hospital unless they got the Beetlejuice. So you see their agenda. It's unfolding, man. So, you know, when has the devil done anything for you that was good? Never. Okay, so never trust thine enemy, and that's why we don't. Let's get this. This is Psalms 24, Proverbs 24 and 21. My son, fear thou Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. All right, meddle not with them that are given into change, and you know, they have been saying from the very beginning, you know, children are immune, okay, to the plague. You know, children are immune, okay, to get infected. Now they're saying children have to, you know, have to get the Beetlejuice. You know, they have to get Vanessa. You see, so you know, meddle not with them that are given to change. They're constantly changing their dialogue. They're backpedaling. You know, and it's messy. It's all over the place. There's so many holes. There's so many people coming out with video after video after video, getting them from different angles and their lies. It's not even funny anymore. You know, it reeks of conspiracy. It reeks of, you know, foul play. And, you know, the scriptures say that, you know, if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect, but they're not going to deceive the elect with this rhetoric, man, with this narrative. Okay. You know, they want to give Beetlejuice to your children.
That doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that's a bit of a disappointment. But overall, I think it's an important step and a validation that the FDA did it right. You know, there was a lot of pressure on them to make certain they did the emergency use process without sacrificing quality, both in terms of vaccine efficacy and safety. And this is a validation that the FDA knew what it was doing, and that's very important.
I love to hear you.
Right. So they say, you know, that they, you know, not the, you know, the little ones, the, you know, are probably not going to get it, but you know, you never know, because these guys, you know, this Edomites flip flop or whatever, but he's talking about that he's glad the FDA did it the right way, because they can make it potent. They can make it safe. Because really, a lot of people are simple. A lot of people are simple. A lot of people hear that it's been approved by the FDA, and that's it. That's all. A lot of people. Oh, I'm just waiting for the FDA to approve it. A lot of employers. Oh, I'm just waiting for the FDA to approve it, and we're gonna mandate it, or I'm gonna take it because the FDA. A lot of people are just simple like that. Let's get this. This is and they're all in on it. They're all in on it, man. Employers, big corporations, little corporations. Just a lot of people are plugged into the system, and they're down with the system because they see their life forwarding. They want to forward their life in this society, and that's just not the case. For the righteous, this is Proverbs 14:15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Right? The simple believeth every word. People, hear the numbers they spew. They start throwing out all these percentages and these numbers, this, that, and the third, and people get took by that. People, they get mesmerized and stuff. It says, a wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. And you got a lot of fools out there that rage and are confident. They're talking out their ass, spewing the same rhetoric. You got people saying that, they can't wait for things to go back to normal. I saw this one video where this lady was saying, here it is. We thought we saw things getting looking better, and all of a sudden the Delta variant came out and things went backwards because people are not wanting to get Beetlejuiced. And that's the thing, she said it out of her own mouth. The Delta variant came, and well, that's it. How did it change? There's no way that it's changing on its own unless it's being manufactured in the lab to change. Okay, so the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. Okay, so we have to be, we have to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai because, we trust in him. We're not confident in the flesh. You have Captain Tazariak from the ISUPK. What did he say? He said he took the Beetlejuice so that he could show the congregation that he wasn't scared. That's a fool that rageth and is confident. Okay, that's not someone who fears Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Talk about that point of validation, because frankly, even in my own personal circles, and of course, people I speak to professionally, there's still a lot of people who are very hesitant about getting the vaccine. So you're talking about how this can affect businesses and even members of the military, but what about individuals? What does this mean, and how does this sort of convince people that this may be even safer after receiving this final FDA approval? What do you think the effect is on private citizens?
I think it will be a tipping point for some. On the other hand, if you actually...
Right, the tipping point for some, because some people are simple, okay? But what about all the people? And it's documented. What about all the people that had adverse side effects, man? Some died. Some skin is falling off. Some are getting, convulsions and just many different, side effects. So... you got to ask the question, were they experimenting on the people? You got to ask that question. And not only that, but now that it's been approved, now you believe it's the tipping point. Now you believe it's safer. You see, it's not misinformation. There's a lot of information out there that's telling you that this thing is the serpent's juice. You see?
They listen to vaccine hesitant individuals, those who say they won't get vaccinated. They list the emergency use reason as one of the dozen or so talking points. And this does take it off the table. How important that will be on an individual basis of convincing them to now get vaccinated, it's hard to see. I think we will see an uptick in this, but I don't think it'll be as significant as the mandates in terms of closing that gap. We're talking 85 million.
Right. It's not going to be as significant as the mandates for closing the gap. See, they're relying on the mandates, man, because they're going to take off their mask, and they're already taking off their mask. They don't care, what Jake says. They don't care, if you think you have rights, or if you're, a doctor who opposes, or if you're just someone who, that seeks truth, or if you believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and in the laws, judgment, statutes, and commandments, they don't care. Ultimately they are forgers of lies. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, and ye are physicians of no value, right? Or physicians of no value. They do not care about your well-being. They're not trying to get you better. If anything, they created, the Corona 19 in a lab. Okay, I truly believe that. I truly believe that that was created. The C19 was created in what? In a lab here at Babylon. Okay, so they're forgers of lies. They're creating lies, and they're feeding people lies, and they're relying on the mandate. This is all they need to really shove this down people's throat, is just to throw around this. It's been proved by the FDA, man. And this whole chapter is good, but I'm gonna just get a couple points. This is Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay, so they're physicians, they're witches, brew, that they're conjuring up. Okay, they've done a diligent search. They're searching out iniquities. The inward thought of every one of them. Every one of them. Okay, of these wicked elites. That are all in on this, man. They really put a lot of thought into this. It's a thought out plan, okay, and they're about it. It says, 5th verse. Let me go one up. They encourage themselves in the evil matter, and see what was this guy saying? He was saying that he wished, if I'm not mistaken, he said something about the children. He wished that they could reach all the children or something to that effect. But yeah, and Kill Gates has had the same, he's pro jab, and so they're all in on it together. They're encouraging themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They're trying to set traps. They say, who shall see them? They don't think Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sees them. Okay, 7th verse. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And see, that's what they don't. That's what, see, the pride of their heart had deceived them, because the ultimate end game is that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to burn these Edomites up. Okay, they're going to get burned, according to the scriptures, man. The prophecy of entering to the house of the thief. When them chariots come in and destroy the Pentagon and the White House and all these Masonic temples, and these devils, and grabbing them out the bunkers. This is very much true. This is something they're not anticipating. They forgot. They thought the Most High was like unto them, like it tells you in the book of Psalms, the 50th chapter. Okay, so they have a harsh judgment, man, way worse than this this Beetlejuice.
Vaccine eligible Americans who've still not gotten vaccinated. I think it's more going to be the mandates that close it maybe by half.
You see?
But maybe some impact, but I think it's the mandates that are going to be more substantive.
The mandates do seem to be fairly effective in cities and even local principalities where we've seen that municipal.
See, and when I say they encourage themselves in the evil matter, look at this lady, man. She said she's been having talks with her colleagues and professionals, and people are they don't know what they want to take it or whatnot. And, as here she is still, because of her job, okay, bouncing the ball back and forth with this guy, spreading their agenda, spreading their narrative, spreading their bullshit, their serpents, their poison that comes out of their mouth, right? And when you really think about it, this woman is not exempt, or any other person that is low-level peon. They're not exempt. They are going to be presented with that choice. Okay, we know that this Beetlejuice has to do with the MOTB. Okay, we know there's a doctor. Shoot, I forget where, but he spoke to the school board. See, because they're coming for your kids, man. They got a lot of these mandates. Face coverings, the Beetlejuice. In the schools and whatnot. That's all coming. But you had one guy that spoke at a school board. He was saying that it was killing people, that the Beetlejuice was, that the serpent's juice was killing people, and not to take it, man. You see? So, You know, people are playing with fire, man, and this devil's looking at her like, yo, you know, you either get with it, you know, or get rolled over. Basically, that's their thoughts. And but you got people in the world that are just gonna roll over. You see?
Alleys where we've seen that happen, but I also appreciate your point about the 12 to 15-year-olds that we're still waiting for. Dr. Peter Hotez, thank you so much for being here.
Wow. You see? Yeah, the 12. Thank you for your point about the 12 to 15. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. See, the scriptures say, a nation with a fierce countenance that shall not regard the old or the young.
With us.
Devils, man. Devils. Okay? This is let's get this. This is Psalms 140 says, "Deliver me, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war." Right? These people are gathered together for war. Okay? 2/3 of our people, they're you know, then they're Papi Esau. They're gathered together for war. You know, that lady looked like a Jake, you know. Could be a tear, but this is, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah. You see, they sharpen their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. See, they're spitting poison. What did that lady say? Oh, yeah, thank you for your point about the 12 to 15-year-olds. You see? You know? They're coming for the little ones, man. That's just wicked. That's wicked, bro. Keep me, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, from the hands of the wicked. Salakia. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Right, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. And these people, they're planning to overthrow you, okay, in your goings. You know, they're trying to they're going to back you up into a corner with these mandates, and they're going to, you know, the hour of temptation is coming. Okay, their agenda, their serpent's juice, their Beetlejuice, their Vanessa that they're pushing. Okay, which is going to go hand in hand with the MOTB. That's what's next. Okay, they're trying to make you a zombie so you can just take the MOTB as well. You know, they're physicians of no value, man. They're Dr. Deaths, man. Dr. Death is what you can call them. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah. I said unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. O power, Yahweh, the strength of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves, Selah. Right, they think they got it, man. They think they got us, man, but they don't. It says, as for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Right? Because, you know, the Lord is hearing their blasphemies. The Lord is hearing what they have spoken against us and their little plan. It says, let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again. You see? Okay, so the missiles are coming. Okay, you know, the chariots, the missiles, the World War III, all hell's about to break loose. They're going to be casted. They're going to be thrown into a pit. Many days. They're going to be arrested, thrown into a pit. You know, some survive. Some are going to get burnt. You know, and ultimately they're going to get burnt off the face of the earth. But nonetheless, it says that they rise not up again. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. You see, evil shall hunt the violent man. So they're not going to escape with the spoils, man. If anything, they're going to be destroyed terribly, terribly, terribly. Okay, words can't even speak. Okay, what type of judgment Esau Edom has coming. Okay, it says, I know that Yahweh will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name. The upright shall dwell in thy presence. Right, the upright shall dwell in thy presence. The upright's going to be in the face of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right, Panayim.
Strong's H 6440. Panim. Panim.
Wow.
Ksenius Lexicon. Penuel. Penuel. Second entry, Peniel. Peniel.
What does it say here? Before and behind, toward, in front of, forward, formerly, from, before time, before. Okay, so Yahweh Bashem Yashai is going to be before and behind, in front, all around. Hey, the Lord, the angels of the Lord encampeth around the righteous. So, man, we just have to keep pushing this truth, being sincere, doing the best, man, that we can, and Lord willing, the Lord will have favor on us, man, because we're over here being a witness unto this madness. Okay, and the Lord's not unrighteous to forget our work and labor of love, man. So Lord willing, we dwell in the Lord's presence in that day, and in that time when all hell breaks loose and this story it unfolds right before our eyes, and saying we have the truth, we have the scriptures, the Lord is with us to bring out this word to ultimately, comfort those that are afflicted, comfort those that are seeking righteousness, and us, ourselves, that we may be saved. Okay, because we believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, because what's going on in the world, it's evil on your TV screen, on your phone. They are at war, and only the men that the Lord's given the Spirit to can dissect this crap, man. So Lord Williams was edifying. I'm gonna leave it there. I want to say Brakata Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai. Shalom. Lord willing, this video don't get taken down. Shalom.